Do you feel as though your sensitivity towards life has been slowly taken from you? I mean, I do. I'm getting better, but I definitely have felt that way. I feel that the majority of times that we see something awesome or cool, like something that actually we should go, oh man, that's tight, and actually like feel like a dopamine response, like a joy towards, we don't. Like, we see something awesome and tight and cool, and it's like regular. It's like, I'm not digging it like that. It's not exciting anymore. Life's not dope, man. I felt that way many times, man. It's a desensitization. It's a slow desensitization of humanity. It's a slow desensitization of us through social media. A slow desensitization of us through our means of self-gratification. A slow desensitization of a lack of connectivity through all these distractions, right? Why are we numb? We're numb because we've literally seen everything, heard everything, and nothing's cool anymore. So it's not that the world is wrong for not having anything more to offer, anything more exciting. It's that we have lost touch with ourselves. And have we done it to ourselves? We definitely have a part to play in it. Is there a low vibrational, wicked design to it? Right? And I don't want to call it design, but an attack on our sensitivity, on our ability to connect, on our ability to love, on our ability to be joyful in the little things. 100%. That's the biggest part. You can't sit here. You got to sit and take accountability for what you've done to yourself, but you can't not acknowledge the fact that there are dark things at work that want to steal from us. And it might be through things that have been created. It might be through portals of access that we have now, that in humanity we never had. So we had happier people 100, 200 years ago. Now we have depressed people everywhere. You walk around and you see like Walking Dead. You see people who literally look like zombies. And why? Why is our world like this? Why has our world become so corrupted, so muddied up with all this garbage? And we just keep eating it. And we keep thinking, oh, it'll once I get here, once I do that, once I go experience this, once I level up, then I'll be happy. Dude, we're lying to ourselves, and we are deceived if we believe that. That is not going to bring us back to that place of our eyes seeing things fresh, new, exciting. Life's awesome, man. I can't wait to go visit this city. I can't wait to go experience this new ice cream joint. Like little things like that I'm sure you were excited about as a teenager. I bet you were excited about as a young, kid, because we all were. We didn't have all this weight and burden stacked up on top of us, like the weight of the world. And we did a lot of that to ourselves. But we also were tricked and conned many times too, and probably broken by some people along the way, probably lied to, probably you only know what you've been through. And so how do we get back to that love, that light? How do we get back to that foundational, whoa, like I'm excited to wake up today. Like I'm excited to even go to school. I'm excited to do that. Well, it's for one thing, the first thing I can say is to detach from who you think you are. Go back to basics. Go back to family. Go back to the foundational elements of things. Who's true? Who's real? Who's legit? Who's got my best interest at hand? And who do I care about and love the most? And go back to those thoughts of when you were most free. Go back to those days. What was different about those days? What habits have you picked up now that you're not willing to put down? Because as long as you continue to push off those things that you know shouldn't be in your life, because your intuition tells you, because God put it there to try to warn you, to try to lead you, to try to get you on track. As long as you continue to not listen to your inner voice, your inner conscience, right? And some of us have a damaged conscience because we're numb, desensitized. Then we're never going to go back to that place, because that place is pure. That place is where our eyes are pure. Right? I remember in the Bible there was a verse that said, you must be as little kids to enter into the kingdom of God. And it said the kingdom of God is within. You're not going to say, look there, look here, look there. There's a kingdom. No, the kingdom of God is within. So you already have the ability from within to connect to that pure essence, which is the foundational elements of love and life and abundance, a full abundance from within. But it's connecting. It's connecting with others. It is selfless. It is not self-seeking. Right? There's another verse. It's like love is y'all might know it. Love is not self-seeking. Love does not. That whole one. Hopefully, someone can find it. If you look, love is not self-seeking verse, you'll see it. It says it basically gives you a definition of what love is. So really, it comes back to love, right? The ability to come back to that pure heartedness and eyes is a restoration from heaven, a restoration from God Himself. But it's not. You can't arrive there without being willing to remove people and things from your life that have continued to break you down. Because when you start seeing that this world is not only as we see, it's not just physical, it is 100% spiritual. I argue that spirits have more influence on this world than human beings. I believe human beings are more susceptible to being led by spirits than they are actually having dominion on the earth and conquering for the sake of love, for the sake of light. Like, people are conquering for themselves. That's lower vibration, lower energy. So when you got people doing things for themselves, that's when you got the most wicked, man. I got $5 billion. I don't care about no homeless guy. I got all the money in the world. I just want to go to Mars, right? Dude, let's come on, man. We got things to do down here. We got people to help. Homelessness is crazy in my city. I'm sure it's crazy in yours too. I'm sure it's gone up exponentially. People need help. People need deliverance. People need God. We need to bring God back, man. But what can you do today habit-wise, man? You could definitely turn to the Creator, man. You can definitely turn to Him. You can definitely ask Him to open your eyes to certain things, to remove the blinders. The kingdom of God in the light of the abundance of everything that comes from above is accessible to everyone. But it requires you to seek it, for you to put it above. It's like, seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, which is the righteousness of God, and all other things will be added unto you. So when you almost die to yourself, in the sense of the things that you think are going to make you happy in this world, and you say, no, there's a higher cause. There's a greater being. There's a greater purpose. And you know, everyone knows deep down there's a purpose for their life, or they have felt at one point that there's a purpose for life. You might have gotten hopeless. You got numb, desensitized. You got hopeless. We all felt that. But that's because we're lost. That's because we got moved off course. We forgot who we are, who we always will be. And there's forces out there trying to morph us into low vibration, negative, and they just want to feed off our energy, man. But God is the opposite, dude. God is high vibration. God is the consciousness that you have within to literally ascertain how to move forward and how to react in situations where the Spirit is leading you. Help that person. Exchange a word with that person. Smile at that person. So it's the little things. It's a little buildup that you go, wow, I find joy in this. The joys come back, and it will. It will. Be patient with it. Understand you're a person that falls short all the time. You know how I know this? It's because we all have thoughts that go a direction that is not so righteous, not so beneficial to our spiritual essence, right? It detracts from our ability to connect, or our ability to achieve a greater sense of love, a greater understanding of love. It wants to move us off course, always wants to steer us towards what we want, or what we can achieve, or who we can become. If it's always that, man, you know you're being led astray, because people get there and they're not happy. You could get all the women in the whole world, man, and that desire is never satiated. And they're numb. And you're numb. You're numb and you can't satiate their desire. And you keep doing it again, doing it again. I'm gonna get a new look, man. She's gonna have different features. Bro, you are running in circles and you are literally going back to the things that continue to make you feel lost. And you might not think you're lost because you might think you're the man, but deep down you've lost touch with who you are. And it's because you're seeking the things that you think are going to make you happy. You think the reality isn't spiritual. You think that the reality is just carnal, it's just flesh, man. It's just, we here one day, we die the next, man. Those are the people that are the most unhappy. And they can put on a good face, they can smile. They know how to pretend. They've learned how to pretend. But it's that emptiness from inside that we can't deny. That emptiness is real, that emptiness, that void, right? His heart, that void is damn near unavoidable without coming back to the source of life, the source of everything that is in our best interest. Because we are not in our best interest a lot of time. We think, man, I'm getting this for myself. I'm getting this bag. Sheesh, man, if that bag was making you happy, why you gotta get another bag and another bag and another bag, and you gotta throw on them Louis Vuitton shoes, and you gotta get the new designer and the hottest out there. Man, if it was making you happy, you'd be like, man, I got 12 Jordans already, like I'm straight. But it's not that. You're like, you just can't stop. You can't stop consuming, and you become a user of humanity. What does humanity give me? How can I take? Anyway, stop taking, man. Start giving. Start being willing to say, man, I ain't happy this way. Why I say it's better to give than to receive. It's not because it's a nicer thing to do only. That's great. But you know how much more happy, how much more, I don't want to use the word dopamine, but how much more extraordinary that feeling is of giving someone something who needs something. I mean, it's beautiful. If you've never done it, go and try it today. And then you want to try it again tomorrow and the next day. Don't do it for self-seeking reasons. Do it because it's the right thing to do it. Do it because there is power in giving. There is power in generosity. Generosity is one of the fruits of the Spirit. You look up the fruits of the Spirit, generosity is one of love, peace, patience, kindness, generosity, self-control. I think there might be one or two more, but that's what I remember. We got to get back to who we are, man. We got to get back to the fact that we are divine. You know, if you tell yourself you're not divine, you have people telling yourself you're not divine, it's because they're low vibration. They are vampires. They don't even know that they're vampires. They don't even know that they're thriving off of other people's energy, man. Or thriving off that new hit. Man, I got the newest. I got the freshest. I look the cleanest. Yeah, but you don't know who you are. Yeah, but I can see right through you because you're fake. You know how it goes, bro. You know how it goes. I don't know if there's going to be gents or ladies watching this, but I tell you, man, this is the kind of wisdom that brings people back together. It can restore. And if you have a voice and you feel called to take up a voice too, take it up. Don't fight it. But that's all I got for today. So be blessed. Keep it up. Stay strong. Remember that we are divine. Don't forget it. You start forgetting it. You start becoming like carnal, like flesh. You start becoming unworthy of the gift of life, of the gift of happiness, right? Joy, peace. That's from above. It's not from down here, y'all. So connect with above. Don't connect with down here. Ain't gonna do it. I think we've all tried. It's time to not try. It's time to forsake it. Yeah. But all right. Be blessed. Peace.